Hello everybody, this is a video on caricature. How to draw a caricature using blocking in shapes and using simple shapes. So here we go. Here's our example, here's our model, and let's go. I always say, always use Tom Richmond's book as a good reference. So get his book and you'll be good. All right, so here I generally work from the inside out, but since we're at home in our studio, we're just going to sketch around a little bit with a color stick. That's all this is. So simple shapes. What are we seeing here? Let's go up a little higher for the camera. There we go. I'm seeing a small forehead, but very wide cheeks, almost like diamond shapes. Wow, look at the cheeks on her. Okay, so we're going to depict that, all right? I'll go a little heavier with this so you can see it, just for the video's sake. Okay, what else? I'm seeing almost a straight across chin, but it does have like a little double chin going on there. Like not a double chin, like a bump in that chin, like what we call a butt chin. Okay, back to the face. Tom Richmond talks about the T shape. The letter T forms the shape of the eyes and the nose. So I would say she has a very narrow T shape like this. Okay, and the nose appears to be a bit longer. Okay, and also I see a big space between the nose and the mouth. So like that. All right, very simple, guys. Very simple shapes you can draw caricatures with. And we're not going to draw every piece of the hair. I like to draw the hair graphically, as almost like graphic design, as like the shape of the hair. So how would I do that? I see, number one, it is wavy or like very hairspray type hair. Where is it widest? Right down here. Let's go at it. Let's hit it with the marker. I use Crayola markers here. It's just what I love, and I've always used live when I draw at events, so that's just what I like. This is a brand new one. Sorry, I hit the microphone there. It might bleed a little bit, but let's see. Okay, it's working fine. Sometimes these Crayolas can bleed a little more when they're brand new. And now I'm using my sequencing, what Keelan Parham talks about in his book, his sequencing. You know, there's a sequence. You go eyes, nose, mouth, and I go the chin, and then I work from the inside out. Now, if you're doing events, you don't really want to sketch too much like this. You can, but you want to get to the point where you can do all this in your head, okay? She does have some of those forehead lines right there. Okay. And the nose is kind of small. And I went bigger, wider with the face. So that's where the exaggeration is on those cheekbones. So the nose is narrow, but it is kind of small. Nostril. Nostril. And the outside of the nostril. And a little 3D mark there to show the underside of the nostril, okay? Mouth. Corner lines of the mouth and a very thin lower lip. And see these lines, these wrinkles coming off of the nose? Something I've noticed, and it took me about, I only realized this about a year ago. I was drawing them from the bottom of the nose. Look at them. Look at the nostril. Those lines 95% of the time come off at the top of the nostril. All right? So there's a tip that took me years to learn, and I'm giving it to you for free here on YouTube. All right, the eyes. How do you caricature eyes? You look at how much of the white is showing, right? How much of the eyeball itself is showing. I see that one kind of like that. Not much of the white is showing. All right. Cheekbone, I got to lower her cheekbones a bit. See, the widest part is actually below the cheekbone. So I'm going to adjust on the fly. But I'm going to do the chin first. I'm going to tell you why. It's going to give me an anchor point on where to go to. Here's the butt chin. And that cheek there. And that cheek there. We're just going to stick in the neck in the shirt line here, just so we know where we're at here when we draw the hair. And she's got a necklace on. We'll just indicate that. I always do a shadow under the neck. This is all how I would draw live, like my sequencing. There's a little bit of hair or a little bit of ear showing with the earring. So I'll do that. And not much of that ear is showing, but the earring is showing. All right, I think we're looking good. Now we're going to draw the shape of the hair from the inside out. Okay. It gets a little stringier down here. So you would indicate that as well. And she's using a lot of product in her hair, so be aware of that. So there's the inside of the hair. And it's always funny when little kids watch me. Like at this point, they just start laughing because they think that's how I'm going to leave the hair. But, you know, we all know it's not. And then they kind of see it all come together when I do the outer line of the hair. And I'm doing the outer line very thicker. I use Keelan Parham's advice. I draw the outer outline of the caricature heavier to really hold and bring the caricature all together. And I don't know what kind of shirt she's wearing, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, now are we going to draw every little piece of hair? No, we'd be here forever. Unless you're Tom Richmond, you can do that. And Tom Richmond does an awesome job with hair. I don't know how the heck he does it, but he does an awesome job. I'm kind of impulsive when I'm drawing live. I want to get to the next customer, but I do a good job. So I would say that this is an acceptable way to draw hair. All right, other side. And again, think of like stiff, kind of wavy-ish hair. Let's see. Not bad, not a bad likeness. I think it's okay. But that's how you would draw with simple shapes using a pencil or a color stick ahead of time. I hope you learned something, and thanks so much for watching.